The Las Vegas Raiders actually have quite a bit of talent at the running back position. In fact, you could probably argue it's getting a little crowded. But today we take a deep dive into the Las Vegas Raiders running back room, kind of just continuing our look at all the different position groups as we head into training camp. I'm so excited. We are so close and getting ready for this. It's finally here. It's finally getting to be here. I can't wait for the first preseason game. This thing just gets kicked off because, don't get me wrong, the summer's been good to Colton, but it's time to go. It's time to get some football into it. So let's get right into this. Let's look real quick at the depth chart here. We have, obviously you've got running backs in this stable. You've got Josh Jacobs, who's probably going to be another year of that workhorse type running back. You just give him the ball and let him do his thing. He's going to be a fantastic running back, I think, for at least a couple more seasons as well. So probably going to be a little questionable to see his future with the Raiders beyond this season because they did decline his fifth-year option, his fifth-year rookie option. So and plus, running backs, I think more NFL teams are turning on to the fact that you can find running backs in the fourth and fifth rounds. Obviously with like the Raiders did with Zamir White, who we'll get into in just a second. But you can find these running backs later in the rounds, of the draft, and that can actually produce and be quite serviceable. So you got Josh Jacobs leading the whole thing. Kenyon Drake played well last year. You got Zamir White coming in. The fourth round pick coming up out of Georgia, the national champion. You love it. And you've got a lot of talent, but I think another running back you need to keep an eye on is guy Brandon Bolden. Obviously he's coming over from the Patriots. There's a lot of things to like about him. I think he's going to teach this running back room the ins and outs of this offense and position, particularly in this offense. And I'm really excited for it. I think he could be a guy that you want to keep an eye out on. Now, is he going to get the ball most of the time? Probably not. But he's going to be a guy that's going to be fun to watch. But we talked about Zamir White, who honestly had a very productive career at Georgia. Back-to-back seasons of over 10 touchdowns. I believe he's tore his ACL in his rookie year, and I'm not sure, or his rookie year, his back-to-back years. What was his sophomore, junior? I can't remember. Anyway, tore a couple of ACLs, but I think he's going to be back. He's going to be ready to go. A bigger back that can run, and I think he's going to be a lot of fun to watch. So I don't know that it's going to be this year, but I think he's going to be somebody that is going to be the future of the Las Vegas Raiders the Las Vegas Raiders running back room, and he's going to be a lot of fun to watch in the future. Then you got Josh Jacobs, like we said, the workhorse running back coming back for year 4 with the Raiders. I love Josh Jacobs. I always have. He's a guy that you build an offense around, and then you build pieces. You get other pieces around him that can do some things too. And he's honestly one of my favorite current Raiders right now. He really is just a leader on and off the field. I love Josh Jacobs. I think he's going to continue to be a fantastic player for the Raiders down the line. And then finally, like we mentioned, you got Brandon Bolden, who again has been a little bit of a journeyman. When I say journeyman, he's been with the Patriots. He's won championships. Yes, we know all that stuff. But he's also one of those guys that I feel like is going to be kind of underrated. In keeping in mind that again, the Patriots offense does have a lot of different things that go into it, and so bringing in a guy like Brandon Bolden can be very, very good for the Raiders to help teach the younger players, and also he can be quite serviceable as well. So this running back room is pretty, like I said, it's pretty stacked right now. Kenyon Drake, also another player that I know we touched on briefly, but I expect him to be ready to go if something does happen to Josh Jacobs and continue to do his thing. But he's been a very good back for the Raiders, in my opinion. So you look at it, like I said, this running back room is stacked. There are many different players that could step up at any given time. This year, obviously, going to be the year Josh Jacobs probably carries yet another workload. But then after that, it's Zamir White time, baby. I'm so excited for Zamir White. I think he's going to be a fantastic running back for the Raiders for a couple seasons. And who knows, maybe he'll sign a second contract. It is getting less likely in the NFL for running backs to sign a second contract with their current teams, but I do think he's got a lot of solid tools and traits out of a running back that the Raiders will continue to like and will continue to utilize. But that's it. That's our deep dive into the Las Vegas Raiders running back room. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like. Oh, we almost forgot to mention Amir Abdullah real quick. Amir Abdullah coming over from the Vikings, I do feel like he is a guy that really showed he can do so many different things, and I felt like, honestly, I don't know what to expect out of Amir Abdullah. Like, I'm excited, but at the same time, if we're being honest, he is one of those guys that at the end of the day, he's behind 4 really good players, and he's coming into basically a new entire offense as well. So I think Amir Abdullah is going to be really interesting, but I do think overall he is kind of facing an uphill battle, unfortunately, even though with the Vikings and with the Lions to a degree did show he can catch the ball out of the backfield. He could do some things for you in terms of pass blocking. He can get the job done, let's put it that way, and he can run the football when he needs to. But didn't want to forget Amir Abdullah, one of the Vikings favorites. You got to love it. But overall, that's it. I apologize. That's it for our deep dive of the Raiders running back room. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our deep dive into the Las Vegas Raiders running back room.